What's up, guys? This is Ninja on Ninja, and basically, I watched a video. Pretty much, I didn't. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the fuck? I'm trying. What the fuck? Sorry, sorry. It's very hard to control my hands sometimes. Okay. Stop. Stop. Okay. Thank you. Now we click here. So I have a video for you today. So I should have done this, but I should have done this earlier, but I'm an idiot and I didn't think about it. But anyways, well, I wasn't gonna play it, that's why. But anyways, oops, damn it, I clicked on that. See again, it's my hand. It's really hard. I didn't mean to click on that, but anyway. Excuse me, I inhale spit. But as you can see, we have Brian Tyler Cohen, and he has a video called "Whoa, Marjorie Taylor Greene drops bad news on Trump." Okay, so go ahead.
In a
Oh,
completely
hold on, let me see. Okay, so I didn't put his timestamp, so I'm just gonna read it. This is the comment that I left. This is just Marjorie Taylor Greene cutting ties while she is behind. And the saying is while she is ahead, but while she's behind, because they are literally fucking America over, and now the people are starting to wake up, and the basically justice is starting to come. She sees it, and she's going to cut. And just like I have this document called "Downfall of America." I'm trying to go up 1 second. Um, Bad leaders, false gods, trying to make things worse. Kamala Harris proved it. John Oliver fucked up. I didn't see it, but I did. Paul O'Brien, Steve Bannon, Jeff Sessions, Lindsey Graham, John Kennedy, Jim Jordan, Pete Hegseth, RFK Jr., Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, bam. Fox News, Marco Rubio, Janine Pirro, Paul Manafort, Jubilee and owners, Netflix and owners, Ben Shapiro and friends, Paramount Global, PMN, Paramount Media, CBS, Columbia Broadcasting System. And they changed the names so that they can dodge penalty and punishment. It's a lot like Trump and his leg splits. It's the same kind of idea. They're just trying to avoid punishment. Apple TV, people like Owen Wilson, Snoop Dogg, Ted Cruz, Tucker Carlson, anyone related to them, they're sellouts, wingmen. That's what they're looking for, is a sellouts and wingmen. Matthew Cawthorn, you remember him? Basically, he had made a public announcement that they were having parties with little girls and drugs, and Mitch McConnell and Republicans were there, and so they kicked him out because he made it public. And they're like, you weren't supposed to tell anybody about that. We were inviting you because we thought you were a bad guy like us. But in reality, he was just innocent and naive, like much like me, right? Innocent and naive. And so the bad guys brought him in thinking he was a bad guy, but he was a good guy. And yeah, anyways, calling text messages. Do you remember the war info? The reporter who was brought into the call. Remember Pirate Software and Stop Killing Games. Tibby and Dimensions. Tibby is an uploader and she talks about dimensions and she's an idiot because she doesn't realize that she's playing with her dolls. Basically, she's playing pretend land, and you might as well hop on a dragon. But anyways, part of software, I bring him up just to show you that there's people trying to push back on everyone trying to justify the movement and the motion, basically. And it's quiet, and it went down into quietness as it's supposed to, because that deserved the limelight at the time. And that's kind of what the problem is with the world. The government is, they see a thing and they want it to remain on top because they want to continue to drain it for as much as they can, and that's what they do. That's them trying to get an emotional rise out of it. And that's what this whole fucking thing is. It's just, it's gotten out of hand, right? And we're fighting against it. We're battling against it, right? That's where public whistleblowers come from. It's because it's bravery and stupidity. But anyways, Fox News, all the spinoffs and such, the Bernie Blackout, influencers, Trump, Elon, all of the above. But anyways, I point all that out because they are the same thing. They realized it was bad, so instead of leading the way like they were, they now put other fall guys into the picture, into the fray, so that they instead take the blame. Everything that Paul Ryan did, for example, is now being targeted onto Trump's back. So everything that Paul Ryan did, Trump did. And Trump takes the punishment for it. Paul Ryan lives in all of the illegal money he has gotten. That's what we're dealing with, right? And so my point was Marjorie Taylor Greene is following suit, right? And so even dumbasses like her can learn, basically. And that was my point. Oh shit, that was my point. This is just Marjorie Taylor Greene cutting ties while she is behind. It's while she is ahead, while she is behind. She sees the writing on the wall and she's trying to evade fire while she can. That's all it is. Much like the ones I've listed prior, they were leading the charge, but once the blue side hit, they realized, oh, we can't ride this wave of God. We can't ride this wave of military, right? We can't just parade into people's hearts. Now people are holding us accountable and they're just trying to check our credibility, whereas they didn't once upon a time. They made the mistake of trusting, right? That's the difference. You sold your soul. You gave in to it. And I'm not going to blame Republicans for believing that, but I'm going to blame the leaders of the people for not protecting everyone. All of the leaders around that you failed. You failed. Your parents have failed you. So anyways, continue Brian Karen Cullen. So just know that anyways.
The unexpected move today, Marjorie Taylor Greene just took to Twitter issuing
I won't stop until minute 32.
the following blow to Trump, Mike Johnson, and the rest of the GOP struggling to find their footing as Americans blame them for the ongoing shutdown. She wrote, quote, "I was not in Congress when all this Obamacare Affordable Care Act bullshit started. I got here in 2021. As a matter of fact, the ACA made health insurance unaffordable for my family after it was passed, with skyrocketing premiums higher than our house payment."
This is education talking. This is intelligence talking. She, before, was just kind of like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. But now she's starting to realize it. Now she actually has skin in the game. Now she has a leg in the race. Now she's paying attention, right? Now it's in her backyard. Her backyard expanded into the great beyond. Before it used to be just a kind of, she owned a rock, so she didn't care. But now she has land, and now she wants to protect the land. And much like everyone else, they're just trying to protect what is theirs, right? It's not supposed to be theirs, but now it is, and now they're dropping ties to protect it. That's what's going on.
Let's just say, as nicely as possible, I'm not a fan, but I'm going to go against everyone on this issue because when the tax credits expire this year, my own adult children's insurance premiums for 2026 are going to double, along with all the wonderful families and hardworking people in my district. No, I'm not towing the party line on this or playing loyalty games. I'm a Republican and won't vote for illegals to have any taxpayer-funded health care or benefits. I'm America only, I'm carving my own lane, and I'm absolutely disgusted that health insurance premiums will double if the tax credits expire this year. Also, I think health insurance and all insurance is a scam, just to be clear. Not a single Republican in leadership talked to us about this or has given us a plan to help Americans deal with their health insurance premiums doubling. Now, there are obviously
So again, it's intelligence, it's education. She now knows. She has skin in the game. Now she's like, oh, now it matters. Now I want to protect what's mine. So now I'm going to be responsible. Whereas before, when she had nothing, she didn't care because she had nothing. That's how it works. But now that you have stuff, you care because that's what it is. That's what it comes from.
some problematic elements of this, like this mistaken notion that even a dime of ACA subsidies or any federal funding for healthcare goes toward undocumented immigrants. But that notwithstanding, when even Marjorie
So that notwithstanding, all that means is that is bullshit. She thinks it because she's still stupid.
Taylor Greene is
Why am I choking? I have like a tickle in my throat. So she's still dumb and she's still ignorant on a part, but she is a woke. She is woke on this. She's responsible on this. She's paying attention on this, right?
able to read the tea leaves and acknowledge the objective reality about her own party's position, it becomes clear that they are losing the plot. And look, we should all welcome any and all voices who agree with us that healthcare premiums should not double. But the reality is that Greene is simply following the very obvious polling on this issue. According to Kaiser Family Foundation polling, Americans want Congress to extend.
So we passed it, but yes, the lesson we have learned is that stupid sellouts like her will milk you for every dollar you are worth, but eventually she will learn and become woke. And this is why they're trying to remove health care and education from the system because they want people stupid. They want to continue to take advantage of you, basically. They want to take more from the economy and they don't want to work for it. I've seen a few debates and conversations with people, and they're like, "Oh well, I know my friends. I have friends. What they would do is work for 3 months, and then they would get unemployment for 6 months, and then work for 3 months, and then get unemployment for 6 months." But and the thing was that me myself, I would work for 6 months and get unemployment for 1 month, right? And so the point is, they are white. And the problem is, they are too greedy. That's why the guy that was talking to Destiny, right? It was on Destiny. I forgot. It's a pig love or some shit. Pig something. It was a anti-American tour thing, but the guy was talking, right? And he was a fat fuck, right? But the thing was, he was trying to take too much, and eventually, that free ride stopped, and he got pissed because he was attached to a good thing, and now he had to go back to work, and he was mad, and he was blaming immigrants for it, and it's like, dude, you worked 3 months and got paid six. You don't get money for nothing. That's what that was. You don't get paid six for working three. It makes sense to work six and get paid for one because you've earned it. You paid into the system. It's okay at that point. But for you to work three and get paid six, that sounds pretty fucking good. You know what I'm saying? That's that what. The sad truth is they are just spoiled. They are the Confederacy, they are the rich, they are the white supremacists, they are the KKK, they are all of them. They are the bad guys. That's what's going on. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck is going on in my throat, but I'm sorry if I broke your ears, but I don't know what the hell that was. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's what's going on. That's it. Um, as I said, they are the Confederacy, the rich white supremacists, KKK. That's the problem. We have a leak in the ship. They are the leak. They're blaming immigrants and Mexicans and Indians, but they work for 6 months to get unemployment for 1 month, whereas the Confederacy, the rich, the white supremacists, the KKK, they work for 3 months, get paid for six. There's a clear line here. That's the problem. And again, Destiny went on stage to talk to these people, but because he's so caught in the weeds and he's such a nerd, right? He doesn't see the truth, the reality of it. And the thing is, the same is true on the flip side, and that's where we get to the Democrats. Oh, you're a man, and that's not what men do, and oh, there's only two sexes, and blah blah blah. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. You don't tell me what is defined by nature. You don't make the rules, motherfucker. Nature makes the rules, not you. So shut the fuck up. Don't tell me what a man is. You don't know what the fuck a man is. Shut the fuck up. And again, I know this now because I'm my own coach. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa, right? But I'm my own father in a sense where I make logic, I make a reason. I'm thankful for my dad because he bestowed a lot of the shit onto me, but he wasn't looking out for me until late age. And that's what matters. That's where I need a father. That's where I need the wisdom from, but that didn't exist. That's where Mexico fails. That's where Mexicans fail is this part. At this part, right? That's where they don't work anymore. But that's where I work. In America, my mother, my mom, I really don't know what the hell she was. She's Mexican, but like she's Mexican and what? Like she was clearly like she was a. I don't know if my grandma was an immigrant or not. I really don't know where we came from. Anyways, the point is, my grandma knew. She did our taxes, like before we'd go to places to get our taxes filed. And it's whatever. It's what it was. You know what I'm saying? We had systems that do it for us, right? But she did them herself, right? You send her the bills, the paperwork. She did them. She could handle that. She could do that shit. She was plugged in, right? And then my mom was born. My mom was the president of the resident council office in Tracy. She was in charge of the the low income, like the whole residential area. She was in charge of all of it. She filed papers. She had her office. She had all of this shit to do her job, right? That was dope. I'm her son. I'm her son. And I can fucking do all this shit. And again, Mexico, they can't handle this fucking upper management shit. That's where you need me. And again, unlike Destiny, I didn't. I'm not a nerd. I'm not a loser like him. I have my thumb on this. I'm watching the scale. I have, like, if need be, I'll put my thumb on the scale, but I don't. I'm just saying that I make sure that I get your hand off it. What the fuck are you doing? We're measuring. Get away from the thing. I'll make sure it's justified. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's why my warrior's name was authentic, right? I'm true. I'm honest. I'm real. I'm the real. And that's what I. My one regret in life because of how my life went is the fact that I was not dishonest. Because if I was dishonest, I would be ahead right now. That's how fucked up the world is. That's how bad the world is. My honesty was held against me. That's why I say honesty guides me, honor binds me, or some shit. But, anyways, that's it. So, that's it. Be well, be happy, be safe. I'm out. God bless, Godspeed, take care, don't be stupid. Don't be like Marjorie Taylor Greene, don't be a sellout, don't be a faker, don't be a liar, don't be whatever. Whatever. But yeah, Marjorie Taylor, or not Marjorie, Brian Taylor, go ahead and Destiny. You guys are all fucking idiots. But anyways, you guys are. If that's what people want, fine. I'm just saying, like, you guys are not paying attention to what really matters, and that's why the world sucks. It's because you are caught in the weeds, and they're taking advantage of you because you're caught in the weeds. Anyways, I'm out. So peace.